Maybe I'll try Facebook. It's live. It's right now. Yeah. All right, let's get this thing a go, boy. We are... All right, man, let's start the show. We late. Dallas week. That's how I feel right now.
You know my name.
Yeah.
The streets gave me E, and it was the thing that they gave me. It's the rap gorilla, that's the
MoneyPot podcast, Mall's Money. We back in the building, man. Took week 8 off on a little bye week, man. But it's Dallas week and we coming back. Got my right hand man with me, of course, the homie, Steve-O.
Yep.
That's that. Hey, man. Finally got this thing started, I'll tell you that. This shit was a little tough.
It happens. Happens to the best of them.
It does. But let's get right into the show. What I got for us? What you got for me? Any news to talk about, man? Anything in sports you got? I got something a little juicy.
Go ahead.
So, I don't know if you heard, but there's been a lot of back and forth between Goodell and Jerry Jones about Goodell's contract's up right now. Yo, the boy is asking for $50 million a year, bro.
Yeah, well, I think he made like 40 though.
30.
30, okay.
20 million? 50 million a year? Oh, hold on. What I write down? Private jet.
Yeah.
And what else did I write?
Life insurance.
Life insurance for his family for a lifetime. You think that you looking like that's fair? Like that's a fair, request compared to the players?
I mean, compared to the players, I think the players need, and we talked about this before. I do believe that they need an upgrade, but
right.
I don't think that's too much to ask for. Being as though what they have him doing, they got him doing a lot more than what I've seen previous commissioners do. Yeah. So it's like he's now a judge and everything. He got a lot of hats to wear. Okay. So
he's still getting $30 million, bro.
Yeah.
30 M's.
But look at the commissioners and let's see the commissioner, NBA commissioner salary.
Oh, what's his name? Adam
Silver.
Yeah.
It might not be that far off. It may be. It might not be. Let's see.
While the homie's looking for that,
he's at $20 million a year. That's
a significant difference, bro.
But Goodell's not asking for $50 million for a year. He's asking it for his extension.
No. This is a year. He's asking $50 million a year, a private jet, health insurance for life. The private jet is for life too. Wherever he wants to go. Oh yeah, don't forget unlimited access to the Chargers cheerleaders facility. That's no bullshit. That's a real that leaked out that he asked for access to the Chargers cheerleaders. Old white ass creep.
Yeah, $50 million per year in addition.
$50 million, bro. That's Mike numbers. That's what Mike was getting one year. $50 million. Come on, man.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't. They can revise it. They might
old
not get
ass
it.
white creep.
But guess what? I'm gonna ask for whatever I want. Now, if you counter it, then that's fine.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask for $50 million. So if we meet at 40, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I think he said he said he's asking for 50. There's no really, conversation after that. So
let's look at what the owners make. He's pretty much doing their dirty work.
Yeah.
He does their dirty work. Whatever they want said, they say to him and he relays the message. So at the end of the day, he's in between the players and the owners. So if not, get somebody else.
Yeah. I just Googled the 76ers song, but it's kind of like, it's really sweet, so I'm not going to even play it.
You said it's a 76ers song?
You never heard the 76ers song?
No.
Are you serious? All right, I'll play it for you. You never heard 1, 2, 3, 5, 6ers or something like that?
No.
It's an old school song. Oh, wow. I'll turn that.
Yeah, let's play it.
You never heard this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard this before. Okay. I'll let it run.
I thought it was something different.
Nah. So we got the Sixers, man, 8-6. Looking pretty good. What do you have? 47, 16.
46, 16, 7.
Woo. Woo. Big time numbers. And Simmons almost a triple threat every game. How's it hard not to be excited for these boys, man? What do you think, man? You think it's with the hype train, or you think it's we too early thinking it's too early to kind of tell.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Those two guys are enough to be excited about.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, Embiid, like I said, I've always said I think he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was going to be this good this early.
Right.
But long as he stays healthy, he's going to be a force to reckon with.
Very true.
Always like Ben Simmons. I think that he's got a lot to improve, but it's hard right now at the pace he's going. Not only would can be the rookie of the year, but also an all-star. Just
Simmons,
yeah.
okay.
Just with the numbers.
I'm listening.
He's pretty much
But
average.
no jump shot too. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing.
But that's okay because he gets to where he wants to.
No, he does.
He gets to his
To
spots.
Yeah.
Right. So he's attacking the baskets. He's not doing more than what he's comfortable with.
Right.
So right now he's comfortable with taking a guy off the dribble, attacking the basket, getting everybody involved, putbacks, whatever it is. So
How many games have you seen so far? So the question I want to lead you into is.
I watched the game the other night when they played. When he had the 46.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't watch the game against the Clippers. I watched a few.
He
of them,
abused. I watched that game.
Yeah, I heard he was abusing DeAndre Jordan.
Abused him. Wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
So the reason why I asked that question is because I'm interested in how the people defend him. Because obviously he plays the guard, but is it because
Depends too.
Simmons?
Oh, they usually put the small forward on Simmons.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, like when they played. I was watching when they played Golden State, which they play tomorrow as well.
Mm-hmm.
KD was on him at times, and Klay Thompson as well. I mean, Klay Thompson a good defender, so it's
Yeah,
not.
and Clay's bigger than what people think. He 6'8", almost. Is he that tall? No, he's not that
I
tall.
don't think he's that tall, but he's around a 6'6", 6'7" range.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's an elite defender, so.
No, he is. He is absolutely.
But like I said, a lot of the teams they usually was putting these small forwards on.
So what do you think we're missing? No, you know what I mean?
Just chemistry. I think they're missing a lot of chemistry right now, and just continuity with the team, which is going to develop more when they're all on the floor together more. Like Embiid's minutes are going up, so the more time they spend together on the floor, I think they'll get better. And I think that's all they're missing right now. Like they have a. I don't think they need another all-star.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Do you think they need another star?
Not really, because if we're talking about a process, and if this is part of the process,
right,
it's what you got right now, and it's to groom everybody you have, and to keep developing them. I think what they do need to do is keep JJ Redick beyond this year.
Right, even at $20 million a year.
If you got to give it to him,
Okay.
yeah, I'll say 2 years.
I could dig it. No, I completely agree with everything you said. I think they should keep growing organically. They're only going to hopefully get better. And it's going to weed out of some people who just aren't, going to be fit for what they want to do in Philly. And speaking of that, obviously Okafor is the odd man out.
Yeah.
Have we destroyed this man's career?
I think so. I don't think it's all the way fair for him.
Right. And if he goes somewhere else, is he going to get buried in a roster? Is he a
No,
seventh
because
man
if
off the
somebody-
bench?
If someone trades for him, I think they still see the potential offensively.
They still holding him though. It was just a crazy thing.
Yeah, I don't like that part about it.
Because they want something back for him because
Yeah.
he,
And as a team,
he's a
you're
top
not-
he's a top prospect.
And as another team, though, you see that they're not utilizing them. They're
Not at
using
all.
him at all.
Yeah, not at all.
So what are you going to give up for him?
Right.
Do you wait to the off season and just get him, or what do you do?
I don't think I take a second round pick from him. I don't think a second round pick is bad to ask, and then maybe ask some incentives. If the team or he doesn't hit certain benchmarks, that the pick goes up to maybe a late first or something.
Okay.
But or it falls in particular range. But you're not going to get a high pick from him. There's no way. I mean, even though he played and when he did play ball, but he also was a bad team. He was the only option, and then he's a liability on defense. He's not a good rebounder.
But see, I honestly believe with the right coach that you can change a lot of that. A lot of guys come into the league lacking one part of their game.
Oh yeah.
Either offensively or defensively.
But rebounding and timing is all like you either have it or you don't. Now you can teach it.
You definitely can teach
But it's going to just take him a long time because playing defense, especially down low, is an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You just don't he's got to be able to turn it on. So
Yeah, and I always believe that.
is it similar to She? Was she like that, or was she always a good defender?
She was pretty always.
But he wanted to defend though,
Yeah.
right? I feel like he was lackadaisical sometimes in defending. He
He
turned it on. He turned it
His
on.
attitude helped him a lot because you see his temperament was.
He always thought he was the best on the
Right,
court. Yeah,
But
and he
also-
wasn't lying though. For
I
most of
also
the part.
think that Okafor, like I said, with the right system and the right coaching,
Right.
he'll be okay. Offensively, we already know what he can do. Defensively, I've seen guys get progressively better on defense from what they were like years before.
Once they know how to play team defense too.
And that's all about it. Sometimes it's just having the right person down there that mold you. Like, prime example, look at David Robinson and Duncan. He was the best mentor he could have had.
True.
Look at what he done afterwards. It's just certain people, and I'm not saying that Duncan probably wouldn't have been. Irvin is out. Dion, they got all these excuses, man. Like, I'm just tired of hearing it, man. Just ball. Like I told y'all before, Eagles, we have the mentality of next man up. We gonna get it done.
Word.
They don't have that faith in their team.
And what's their Achilles heel? We won rings. In the '90s, before your balls dropped.
I don't even pay attention to that.
Come on, they always it's the go-to. That's
well, how many rings y'all got? None.
exactly.
How many of y'all have in y'all
20 years
time of watching football? None. So what are you talking about?
Since we're going back a little bit, give me your best Eagles Dallas memory. Game and anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean the bounty. I remember the Bounty Bowl, and the Bounty Bowls were funny.
Right.
Even though I was dumb young, I do remember watching.
My best Eagles memory is 13-second Donovan McNabb.
Which one was that?
Play, when he was scrambling for like 13 seconds and hit.
When he kept running back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
It might have been Freddie. Did he hit Freddie?
I think it was Freddie.
Yeah. That's one of my finest moments, man. Because it was like, y'all can't even get this guy down. It was definitely like 13 seconds.
Yeah, no, it was. They went back and actually did it. Yeah,
Took
no,
the timer on.
crazy.
Yeah, that was one.
So mine was 2010. I think it was 2010. T.O. was on Dallas. I think it was the last year he was on Dallas, and it was the weird scenario. Tampa had to lose, and who else I wrote? And I think Chicago.
Okay.
Tampa and Chicago had to lose for us to have a chance for the playoff berth. So the last game of the year was worth something. So whoever won got into the playoffs pretty much. And this is the game that we killed them 44-6. I don't know. You remember that game?
44-6.
All right, so it was 44-6. This is the game where all those Brian Dawkins little memes came out when him jumping and hitting the ball out Romo's hand. There's that meme, and then the one when Barber almost ran into the end zone on the corner, and he swung around. And it was a touchdown return from Joselio Hansen. It was like 95 yards.
Okay.
And he did the Dion from like the 10. Chris Clemens scored that game on a fumble return.
That's crazy.
44-6.
Shellacking.
Waxed them.
Shellacking.
Waxed them.
Yeah. Beat Dallas, man.
Worst memory. Or we not even going there? Keep it moving.
We're not going there. I'm not giving him that.
Ha.
You're not getting the thrill of the worst memory.
Ha. I didn't write shit down either. I was wanting to see if you was going to say something.
Next.
All right, so here's something real, though.
Okay.
See if you can answer this. A cowboy that you actually like.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke?
Yeah.
His
right.
big old fat.
Yeah, I liked him at Ohio State.
Yeah.
I really did. I thought he was just a beast.
Still is.
Yeah, I like his running style. I really do. I hate that he went there.
Right.
But I mean, I give the guy credit when credit's due. Yeah,
he's a monster. Yeah, I went old school, man. I was always a fan of Charles Haley. I like Charles Haley. I thought the neck roll looked cool, and I felt like he was DeMarcus Ware before there was a DeMarcus Ware. Like I always liked the way he played. So
yeah, I couldn't stand DeMarcus Ware. I really couldn't. I liked him when he went to Denver, but I couldn't stand him there.
Yeah, what you want to say about him?
Fuck him.
A cowboy you hated. We going with where?
Nah, I probably hated Tony Romo more than him.
Yeah? You're a Romo hater?
I couldn't stand him because I think they overhyped him. And he
choke artist.
Yeah, he always choked.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was good for us though, but
yeah,
he just choked a lot. Yeah.
I was an Emmitt Smith hater. I couldn't stand him.
Yeah, I don't think I liked him.
I couldn't stand him because and then he would kill people 120, 130, 140 yards.
He didn't even look like
nothing.
Right. He just was a back that just ran.
But not even that line.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Nate Newton, Larry. You know, he had Moose running him, Darryl Johnson in front of him. I think who was Witten? Was Witten still there around that time?
Nah.
What was it? Novacek?
Yeah, Jay Novacek was the
Yeah, like I forget the other tackles and stuff, but that man.
Yeah, I mean, Emmett did his thing too, but I don't think I like Emmett too much.
I hated Emmett. I hated Emmitt Smith.
I might have hated Troy Aikman more though than Emmett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was kind of overrated too.
It's hard to be overrated when you got 3 rings.
Yeah.
Anyway, beat Dallas. So, speaking of beat Dallas, we don't have to worry about Dallas have this conversation about any type of NFC threats to them in the playoffs because obviously they're not even going to make the playoffs. Give me your threats, bro. Who we looking like we're going to have to see in the playoffs, and it's going to be a tough matchup, tough battle.
I think I'm going to keep my same two. I think I said before. New Orleans and the Rams. Now, we play the Rams in, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So that should be a good test to see how, we match up with the Rams. New Orleans, just the way they playing, man.
They're balanced, man.
Yeah, well balanced. They got, the bruiser and Mark Ingram.
Yeah, he's balling right now.
Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
He's their Reggie Bush Sparrows mix.
No,
so he can run the ball. He can catch it. He can line up in a slot.
Right. Yeah.
You can move him around the way Sean Payton likes to move his, like that gadget running back around.
No, you're absolutely right. I have them down as well. New Orleans was actually the first team I wrote down because, they are dangerous.
Yeah.
And, and they beat you in multiple ways. They scored 47 points, and I think Drew Brees had like 15 points in fantasy. So
he only had 1 touchdown, and that was a rushing touchdown.
Exactly, and they still scored 47.
Yeah, because Ingram had 3, Kamara had 1, Drew Brees had 1, and then it just was all over the place.
Yeah. So I got them. I think the Vikings are serious. And
Vikings don't scare me much with their offense.
I don't know, man. What's it? How you say it's like? Is it
Case Keenum?
No. Thielen? Is it
Adam Thielen.
Thielen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's nice, man.
Yeah, he's
He's
good.
nice. He's nice.
I'm really not afraid of Minnesota's offense at all.
Okay.
At all. There's nothing about them that makes me scared of them.
They're 7-2?
Yeah, their defense is serious.
Yeah, it is.
Defense is serious.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I'll put my money on our offense against their defense, and our defense shutting their offense down. Speaking
Speaking of defense, you got to give a shout out to Sharif Floyd from Philly. They said he had nerve damage
Yeah.
in his leg, and
Yeah.
he might not play again. That's what they're saying.
He's been out for a long time.
Yeah, they said he might not play again. They said he can't run.
Yeah, that nerve that was damaged, they did.
I didn't even see. Did you see the play? Was it a bad? Was it?
I think it was last year. It goes back to last year.
Was it a bad play? Was it?
I
Or
don't
he just
know.
got hurt and he had surgery and just got nerve damage from it or something?
I have no idea. But
Was he from North Uptown?
No, he went to Germantown. Not Germantown, George Washington.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like the areas from. But he went to George Washington.
Crazy though, because I did read they said he can't run yet.
Yeah,
he still can't
that
run.
nerve it has. They did I think numerous surgeries or tests with it. Damn. And it's just not giving him the same.
26 years
feedback.
old, yo. Crazy. Did he ever get a payday? Did he get one big payday?
I think he still was on his rookie deal.
Ha! At least if he would have got one, you know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to the homie Floyd, man.
Shout out to my man Timmy Jernigan.
Timmy, hey, looking like
On that
lunch
extension.
meat.
Yeah, 4-year extension. You can go get some more golds. Want,
Yeah, word. So speaking of Timmy, we take it back to home, man. Is home field essential for the Eagles to make this run?
Absolutely. I mean, just having your home crowd behind you and just being in a familiar setting always makes it, a lot easier.
Right.
But then if we look at it, I mean, the Eagles only lost one game, and that one game was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, they still put up great numbers on the road, but every team wants that home field advantage. You want your home crowd standing behind you, making it tougher for
We're
them.
undefeated at home, I believe, right? We haven't lost
we
yet.
only lost once. So.
We lost once at home?
No, in KC. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So all the other games, we definitely undefeated.
Yeah, I did a little home split for Wentz. He has 15 touchdowns and 3 picks at home. And then he has 8 touchdowns away and 2 picks as away games.
Okay.
And you kind of think of it, you look at it like, well, away's not that bad, but if you look at it, it's still 5-1 versus 4-1 ratio.
Right.
You know what I mean? So one touchdown is always better than no touchdowns.
Agreed.
So no college ball this week. B. Diddy took his bye week this week, so we're going to go right to football. Let's go. Week 11. So last week I did do a little vlog where I went online and gave y'all my 3 locks. Unfortunately, with 1 and 2, man, it's been a tough year, man. It's been tough, man. You either doing good or you're not. There's no kind of middle. So we're gonna come back this week strong. Got some locks here. I feel really good about this week. I think there's a lot of good games, a lot of good numbers where we can make some money here. So first game of the week, man. Detroit going to cold-ass Chicago. Chicago +3. What you got for me, bro?
I'm going Detroit with this game. I think Detroit got enough to beat Chicago in Chicago. Being a dog, I'm going with Detroit.
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that pick. They are, it's Stafford versus Trubisky, and Trubisky still hasn't shown anything. Right. But I like the number at 3. There's a couple numbers that, professional bettors look for, 3, 7, 10, 2.5, 5, 6.5, 7.5. And I think for a home dog, that 3 is sitting right where you want it, where they might push. It's going to be cold as hell outside. It's going to be 30 and below. I believe I've got a stat that the Lions are 2-6-1 in division games when they're favorites. I like the home dog here. I'm going Chicago. Chi-town.
Cool.
Next game. Jags versus Cleveland.
This is a crazy game. I looked at, what is it? Their favorite was 7.5.
7.5, and Fournette is on the
I
fence.
actually like the under, which was like 47. I believe.
Was it that high?
I know one of them was 40. It might have been that one on Tampa game. It was 47.
I can see Tampa being 47. I think this one's more like 44.
37.
Oh, 37.
And I still like the under in this one.
Right.
I could see it being like 28-7, something like that.
Right.
I just don't see it being like a shootout or
Oh, no.
Cleveland putting up too many points against that.
I'm assuming it's going to be close in Cleveland.
Yeah, and the Jags got an elite defense.
And Fournette's bitching already.
Right. So I'm taking the under in this one.
I like it. I mean, I can't bet Blake. It's so hard to bet Blake Borders.
Right.
That's the only problem. Let me ask you a question. I found
And
this.
they burnt me.
Who?
They ain't really burned me. They covered, but I did tease them down.
Who? The Jags?
Yeah, the Jags. And
Yeah.
I think they,
What, last week?
yeah. And they covered like the 4 that I had them.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question, bro. See if you get. It's a trick question. How many games has Cleveland won in the last 25 Sundays?
0.
Ha! Right on. They're 0-25 on Sunday. Horrible. I'm not going against that stat. If they hit the lottery effort, you know what I mean? Fuck it. They won the lottery and get a win. Give me Jacksonville minus 7.5. Next game.
Here comes the money.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. Money talks. Baltimore versus Green Bay.
I'm going Baltimore in this game.
Love Baltimore in this game. I love Baltimore in this spot. I think a lot of people are overvaluing Brett Hundley. He's a mop. He hasn't shown me nothing. I haven't seen anything to make me think that he's going to beat the third best defense in the league. Harbor. I can't even say it. I got stuck. Harbaugh.
What?
Andy Reid tree 14-4 against the spread off the bye. I love Baltimore in this spot, man. They get it done.
Yeah.
-2. Give me B more. Next game. Tampa versus Miami. Fitz versus Cutler.
I like the under here. It's 47. I don't think they're gonna put up 47 points.
You sure it's 47?
Yeah.
I have it as 38.
Nah, I see 47. Team. Yeah. 47.
47?
Yeah.
I like the under in
I
that
guess
one.
it went,
Is it
it went to
47?
41. Something was 47. Why do I have them at 47?
You must.
I might have. Oh, you know why? The game over top of it is the Giants and the Kansas City.
That makes sense. So that's
Theirs.
47. Yeah.
It's 41.
Oh, it jumped.
The
Last I saw it was at 38 today.
yeah, it's 41 and a
Wow.
half. Yeah, the team is 41 and a half. Tampa,
I still like the over.
you like it to go over?
I do.
I actually like my. This is a terrible game.
It's trash. I wrote a
I
sentence.
might actually go with Miami in this game for some odd reason. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Miami.
I like the over.
Not bad.
But I had it at 38. That means somebody put a big bet.
Yeah.
But it makes sense though because with Mike Evans coming back,
Right.
you know what I mean. You got Cutler's throwing 2 touchdown passes in each game,
Right.
and they're going. Tampa's defense is dead last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to think, there's going to be some scoring and some mock bowls.
Yeah.
Next game.
Here we go. Money talk.
Right back. Yeah. I went with a tough call here, man. The Rams versus the Vikes. I got a lot got a lot for you boys, and let me give you my reasoning here. Let me bring this up, my pad up. St. Louis have faced these defenses: Colts, Niners, Arizona, New York, Giants, Houston. Not actually your tough defenses. When they win against a tough defense, like Jacksonville,
Seattle.
11, they beat Seattle though. But it was low scoring. Yeah, it was close. It was close. He went 11 and 21 passing for 170 yards against Jacksonville. 17 points came from special teams. Listen to this stat, too. Over the last 3 years, the Vikings have been in 3 stadiums, right? The Metrodome, TCF Bank, and now US Bank. They are 20 and 9 at home across the last 4 years. So this means that there is a real deal home field advantage. It doesn't matter where they are. They're going to play well at home.
Right.
Give me the Vikes, man. I like it.
Okay.
I like the Vikes. Straight up, bro.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up and down. Huh?
Straight up and down.
Yeah, they -2.
They -2. Oh, it went up to 2.5.
Yeah.
Once it gets to 3, then you want to question it. You either go. You wouldn't want to go the Giant. The Vikings.
Right.
But right now at 2, when I saw it was at 2, so that means a bet came on the Vikings.
Right. So it's crazy because like when I looked at it, like the Rams during their 4-game win streak, they like beating their opponents by like 25.
Yeah, but they ain't playing nobody. That's the thing.
And that's all well and good. I mean, you just beat who's in front of you.
No, I mean that's not their fault.
Right.
But you have to just understand, like they're going against.
The Giants was considered a top defense.
Not at this point.
Yeah.
They gave up on that team.
Absolutely.
They're done. Yeah. Not at this point.
This is a hard one. This might have been the hardest one for me.
No, it could be game of the week too. Like it
has that written on.
Yeah. Like,
I'm just not sold on Case Keenum. I'm really not sold on him. He got the job done, but he.
But do we think Jared Goff is really that good in a year?
I think Jared Goff is that good. I honestly do. I just think.
He's got the pedigree. He was the number 1 pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was just throwing it like. Fisher wasn't the coach for him. He wasn't offensive.
He wasn't the coach for Case Keenum either.
Yeah, he just wasn't the coach. Like, and it just I think like I read something the one time like. Mentally, they kind of like broke him down too.
Right.
He didn't even dress for the first game last year.
Okay.
Like you're the number 1 pick, you don't even dress.
Right.
Like that's bad.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Jeff Fisher low key sucks as a head coach.
Yeah.
His record is ass.
So it's like, I really think he's that good. I'm gonna take my chances with the Rams in this game. I'll just look at the quarterback play. I think Jared Goff is better than Case Keenum, and it could be. It's tricky, man. It's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a real good game. I'm looking at it defensively, and I'm looking at it the fact that the home field advantage is for real.
Yeah. Now, with that factor in it, that's crazy.
Yeah, like they're 20-9 across the last 3 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they had 3. You know, they had the stadium outside too when they played. That was the University of Minnesota.
Yep. Outside.
Yeah, they played outside, so it's real. You know what I mean? And I gotta take that in fact. I think it rattles the Rams a little bit. They're gonna be hyped to play for this game. Next game, another good game. Washington versus New Orleans. Biggest threat to the Eagles here.
Yeah. What did I go Saints?
I like the Saints.
Oh no, I went Washington.
You went Washington?
Yeah, I went Washington to cover. I don't think they're gonna win the game, but I think they'll stay within range. Like Washington played a lot of teams tough.
Yeah, and I think this is where the letdown game is. They have no Reed, no Pryor. That offensive line is still kind of banged up.
They didn't have Pryor the last couple games. See,
I know.
He don't play. He was
I
playing,
know.
like,
I thought
snaps.
when I wrote it, I was like,
Yeah.
but Pryor hasn't been a factor, any factor at all. Yeah.
Now Reed, definitely.
Yeah, but they've been playing without him for the last
Right.
couple years, and then Kelly's out too.
Yeah, I like Thompson better though.
Yeah, but he's still not going to commit to him running him like that because he don't want to get him hurt. Because once he goes, the season's almost gone anyway.
Pretty much that.
But once he goes, it's really gone.
Yeah. It's not even really a high spread for New Orleans. I mean, it's what 7.5
At home,
so
too.
8.
Yeah. You got one about. Yeah.
I like Kirk Cousins in this game.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I think he
Shows up.
yeah. And a lot of people underrate Kirk Cousins. I think he's a good quarterback.
No, he is a good quarterback. I mean, that Vikings game was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He put them on their back and he
Right.
and
I
he
look
tried
at
to
it
will
like
them.
that. Like
Yeah.
I like Washington in this game.
I took the Saints. I like it. I can't hate on the Washington call.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, KC versus the G-Men.
KC.
All day.
All day. That and I'm gonna put that as one of my locks. And it was like -10, I think.
I don't not hate it. I mean, we already know Andy off the bye. He's 16-2 straight up,
Absolutely.
13-5 against the spread. I mean, we know the Giants are on the fringe of imploding. You know,
What? They're what?
imploding.
They're on the
Verge.
Yeah, they're no.
Oh, okay.
They're imploding.
Okay.
They're done.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They're done.
Yeah, they're done. I
Your
mean,
coach had to have a sit down. You know they're done.
where KC -10.5. I love it. Next game, Arizona versus Texans.
Give me zone.
All right, next game.
Who you having in that game?
I put.
How you just gonna skip it?
All I put it was Texans. I'm not trusting Blaine Garrett. That's what I wrote. I mean, I even know Blaine Garrett was still in the league, bro.
Yeah.
Next game, Buffalo versus Chargers. I thought this one was a little tricky.
It is, but I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one, and they're home, which really
It doesn't
matter.
mean nothing. But
But you
it's
gotta-
Buffalo coming west, which who knows
With a
how
new
much they travel.
quarterback.
Right. Yeah. So it actually might be even. It might be more Charger. Well, nobody's gonna be at this game anyway.
Yeah.
But I think there actually might be more Chargers fans than Buffalo fans this
Yeah.
time.
And then you got your rookie quarterback going up against two great pass rushers.
Right. Yeah.
So
I like.
it's
Yeah.
like,
That's the matchup I looked at too.
Yeah.
Nah, I completely agree. You get scared because I did look up another stat that Rivers is 9-8 when he's favored by 4 more points, which is insane. You know, they're the king of covering by 3, but I agree that defense is underrated. I gotta go with Rivers over. Is it Peterman?
Yeah. Peterman.
Yeah. Chargers -5. I like it. Next game. Staff there, buddy.
Come on.
Here comes the money.
Come on.
Here comes the money.
Give me Denver, man. Versus Cincy. I like Denver in this spot right here.
-2.5.
-2.5. They've gotten killed the last 2 games. I think they actually show up. Then people forget Denver is still the 5th best defense in the league. Cincy has no run game. Mixon's a talented kid, but he hasn't. They haven't found a groove yet. They're a bad team. They're not a good team. They're a bad team, and I believe in that defense. And you know, if you're gonna say that defense versus Andy Dalton, give me Denver.
Denver fucking sucks.
Well, tell them how you feel.
I tried to be as nice as possible. I'm going to go with Cincy. Yeah. And Cincy's not that much better, but
Cincy is
Jesus
horrible.
Christ, they just got
Killed
Brock Osweiler.
Assweiler.
Yeah. And I almost liked him for a second.
I like the defense. I think the defense turns it around.
I think their defense is almost like the Giants. They on the verge of giving up. Because they just getting... They don't have no help.
Nah, well, they have no quarterback. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They got
They don't
no
have no
quarterback.
help.
Yeah.
So...
Lynch might get in the game this game.
Yeah.
I saw him on DraftKings. He's like worth like $5,000 or something.
Yeah. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brock Osweiler. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Hey, you can.
It's just,
They both suck.
it's just experiment. But I'm gonna go Cincy.
Cincy.
I think they got the better team, well-rounded, like balanced team, offense and defense.
Another good game. Should be a lot of scoring. New England versus Oakland.
Give me New England. They finding their groove. They're hitting their stride.
I like it.
Yeah.
I went the over here. Even though it's high, I think it's at 53. It might even be 55, possibly. But, I mean, New England's going to score 40 points. I don't see how they don't score at least anywhere from 30 to 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a healthy Derek Carr, I'm sorry. No, it's David. Which one is it? Derek, okay. Healthy Derek Carr, New England's defense has been playing better, but I think Oakland can move the ball on them. I look for him to actually get I think there's going to be a shootout. Tom's going to have 300 yards. Carr might have 300 yards, a couple touchdowns. Lynch might get in his zone. I'm praying to God Lynch gets in his zone. I hate him in fantasy. I'm with the over here. I like the over. I think I see a lot of scoring in this game.
Nice.
Next game. Once the ad goes. It's Dallas week. Fight. Hit 'em high. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Oh, man, it's Dallas.
Now run the next one after that.
Run the next one.
Run the next one. just run the songs back. Here comes the money.
Here comes the money. Oh, my bad, bro.
Just run.
So stop it.
Here comes the money.
There we go.
Lock. I ain't mad at you, bro. You're going to be with 95% of all action on this game.
Word. Give me the birds. -4.5. If you'd have got them earlier in the week, you would have had them at -3.
Yeah, lock.
Wow.
And you brought a point. Whew. Right. You know what? For all you Dallas fans out there, and I'm looking right at you. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Chaz Green, God bless you.
Wrong place, wrong time, wrong year, buddy. I just don't see it. I mean, there's experts, there's pros. They're all talking how, Dallas is going to surprise people. There's stats that the home dog in this game is like 4-0 against the spread. I don't care about none of it. You're just not a better team than us. Period. On anywhere on the field. Name a position that's better. Can you?
No.
I don't think I can.
No.
I don't think so.
They might say like center or something. But the way Kelsey's playing, no.
Yeah, I think it's arguable right now. It really is.
That's all they could probably.
And I know you could say Dez, but you could just say
Who?
You could just say Alshon.
Who?
Exactly.
It's funny. I read a stat today that Nelson Aguilar is having a better season than Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
He has less receptions, more yards, and I think.
What
more
is Nelson's
touchdowns.
numbers? Is he 500?
No, he's like 4 or something.
But he's got like 5 touchdowns. I know that.
Right, Dez had 4 touchdowns,
Okay.
and he had like maybe 20 more catches than Alshon.
He just had one.
Nelson.
Nelson just exploded on one game.
Yeah.
Just
That's
that
cool.
one game.
I'll
Yeah.
take that, but that's still.
Oh, he's already won. If he they'll probably give him hell anyway. If he mopped out the rest of the year, but he's already exceeded what anybody ever thought that he would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it. Eagles, straight up, parlay, tease it, money line, however you want to do, get it. Because this ass woman is coming.
And you can't avoid it. There's no avoiding this.
You can't run it. Your mom closed the door, locked the door. You can't go nowhere. Lights are on.
Wentz is coming.
Atlanta versus Seattle.
This is
Great
going to be
game.
Interesting.
Great
This
game.
is going to be interesting. It's in Seattle though, right?
It is in Seattle. Atlanta's 5-4, and it's a must-win game for Atlanta. must win, and it's at 3, I believe.
Um,
I like my pick here. I think I really like my pick. I think this one's in play.
all right, I'll let you go first.
It's the hardest place to play in.
Okay.
The question is, can Matt Ryan deliver? Can he deliver? And the answer is no.
No.
He's a choke artist. he might be one of the worst because of that Super Bowl debacle.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to go down. Goes down as the biggest choke ever in history of sports.
In all sports.
In all sports.
I said that today. I swear.
In all sports, it's the worst choke.
And guess what? He tried to say, well, no, I think LeBron went losing in the finals.
What, to the Golden State?
No, just his finals record is more of a choke than Matt Ryan. I said,
Yo, he got there like 10 times.
and he has 3 rings. So
I'm not watching trying to hear that.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not. Hold on, does he have? He's more than 3.
he has 3.
No, okay, then, yeah, it was only 2.
Yeah,
But he went 4 times with mine.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
yeah. So again, biggest choke ever.
And with saying that,
Right.
if he chokes, which means that he doesn't perform well, which means he might cap at 2 touchdowns, I like the under. I really do. I like the under because I think Seattle will. It's going to be a really tight game. People forget it. It is a division game, and Seattle is weird offensively.
It's a conference game, not a division.
I'm sorry, conference game. Yeah. Obviously, but a huge game. Huge game.
Yeah.
And Seattle's offense is still weird to me. It has no identity. I mean, Baldwin does his thing. You know, people are on Jimmy Graham, but, you know, Jimmy's just catching jump balls in the end zone, really. He's, you know what I mean? He's not, like, getting 100-something yards, which is effective. It works.
As long as he's catching it.
Yeah, like, you know, and I completely agree, but he's not, like, this offensive, like.
But you know what it is? It's not even that.
It's Russell, though.
You have to account for him regardless.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it still makes the defense account for him.
Yeah, of course.
Now, my thing with this, where I pick Seattle, I look at it as, you know, I was kind of on the fence because it's no Sherman. Who the hell is going to stick?
Julio.
Are you going to put Shaq Griffin on him?
That name just sounds like he's going to lose.
Yeah, it's like he's going to
Shaq Griffin versus Julio Jones.
Shaq Griffin.
You could just look at the names and don't even know who they are, and you're going to
Right.
pick Julio.
So I'm looking at it as, okay, they're probably going to have to, you know, bracket him.
And Chancellor's out, too. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't know that.
He's out. Chancellor's out.
Is Earl Thomas playing?
Earl Thomas is playing, though.
Okay. I could take that. I could dig that.
I would say that's an even swap, but I give Earl Thomas the nod.
Yeah.
Earl's better than.
Yeah, because he's more rangy.
Yeah.
But then I also looked at Atlanta's offense without Freeman. Freeman's out.
A lot of people said they're different offense without Freeman.
Yeah. He's their bruiser, and he does everything. It's not like he's just a runner. He can catch.
So
Coleman is good.
So he's not a clean swap, though.
For Coleman?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. I agree. I agree.
Yeah, no.
Freeman's been putting up numbers for the last 2-3 years.
What is the highest paid running back now?
Is he? Was he? Yeah.
After the offseason, he got the extension.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot that you factor in. Matt Ryan isn't playing like the MVP player he was last year, by no means. It's just going to be hard to face that defense in Seattle. The defense is still
That defense
good.
doesn't scare me, though. No, it doesn't scare me. But the thing is, Matt Ryan's average. You know what I mean? He's average right now, so I don't think it's
I've
just.
been saying he's pretty average for a while.
Yeah, he's average right now. So an average quarterback versus that defense, you know, he's gonna have trouble.
Right.
Now, could Julio explode? Absolutely, it's Julio.
He definitely can. Now Julio can. He's the X factor in this game.
He is.
He's the most meaningful person in this game, and it's Julio and their offensive coordinator. You can't just have Julio just line up outside. You got to move him around, put him in motion, put him in the slot.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do to get the advantage that you need, because there's nobody on that team that can stick him.
The funny thing is, I think I've read some that they still lead the league in yards. So they move the ball up and down the field. They just can't score.
Okay.
Like he when it gets, you know, that crunch time, when it gets tighter, when you get close to the red zone, they have to just, the offensive coordinator crumbles.
Yeah. So
Matt Ryan Jr.
Yeah, so I just think Seattle was the favorite in this one.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the play, but you know I like the under. I think it's gonna be a ton.
Bad. What's the under?
44. But I can see a 20-17 game.
I can too. I can see it.
That's what, you know what I mean? Like, even if Julio gets off, he still might, you know, go off for 140, 150 yards and 1 touchdown. I don't think he puts up an AB game like AB did last time. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, what was your best bets? Birds and...
Yeah, Eagles and...
Was there another one?
Did I go Baltimore with you?
I think you went Baltimore with me.
Baltimore.
Yeah, Eagles and Baltimore for you. I was Baltimore. What I have? Baltimore, Denver, and I only marked 2. No, Vikings. That's right.
Yeah.
The third one was the Vikings, and a tough call. Tough call. So we'll put that on Twitter, MoneyPotPodcast.com. We'll put that on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Support us as best you can. We're out here putting in the work, trying to give you a better edge in making your bets and making your picks. Speaking of better edge and making your picks, let's go to a quick some DraftKings, man. What you got for me before we close out the show, bro?
Running backs, I got Mark Ingram, Kareem Hunt, Jay. Receivers, Mike Evans, Diggs, D.D. Westbrook.
Is he even off IR yet?
Yeah, he's playing this week. And
Has it been like announced, like formally announced?
He's playing this week.
Yo, did Jones say IR next to his name?
Yeah, he's playing this week.
All right,
And
cool.
he said he's gonna have 200 yards.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Did he?
Yes.
It's Blake Bortles, bro. He don't even throw for 200 yards in a game.
He said he's gonna have 200 yards, and they don't have Allen Hurns is out too this week.
What a dickhead. Why would he say that? It's his first game.
That's what you're supposed to say. I don't care.
No.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
This guy, 200 yards.
You're playing the Browns.
Yo, has it been a 200-yard receiver all year? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Who?
AJ Green had 200 yards, and what's his name? Cooper. Amari Cooper had 200 yards.
That's right. Amari exploded.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But
AJ Green did.
He might have been close. Yeah. He might have got like 180.
Whatchamacallit was close last week.
Who?
Robert Woods.
He had 170, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go Robbie Anderson and
Anderson's a great pick. I like that.
Shepard maybe. Shepard's been playing all right.
That's all they got. And Eli's gonna keep playing.
Yeah, tight ends. I just got 2. Evan Ingram and Austin Hooper. Quarterbacks: Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins, and my guy Wentz.
Solid. Quarterbacks, I like Eli and garbage time. And, of course, Tom Terrific. I went running backs. I went Chris Thompson and I can't even say his name. My pronunciation is ass, y'all. Vikings running back, Jared McKinnon.
Yeah.
And then I went receivers. I went Cooper and Doxson. Tight end, I just got Vernon Davis. And defenses, I went the Jags and Denver.
Yeah, Jags is a great pick.
Yeah, Jags is a great pick. So I want to thank everybody for the show, coming to the show. Sorry we took a little bit long, a little technical difficulties, but hey, we got you the locks, we got you the money. We out of here, man. Go Birds.
Peace.
Fuck Dallas. Take it to the stage.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell that. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co. Headlines.